So welcome everyone. Welcome to for today's session. So I am Aryan Mehra. I have done my masters from IIT Delhi in physics, and now I am doing my PhD from IISc Bangalore. And today's session is about TIFR exam. So it is going to happen in December this year. Today we will discuss each and everything about TIFR GS exam. GS means General Studies or General Science. Okay. It contains only physics. You all are from physics background. So we will be discussing about TIFR physics exam. So let's start. So first of all, thing comes is what is TIFR GS exam all about? So this exam is conducted by TIFR. TIFR means Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, which is the top institution of our India in the field of science, education and research. Okay, it is a very privilege to be a student of TIFR if you get an admission into TIFR. So they conduct an exam every year for an admission in integrated PhD course and PhD course. In basically in four centers. There is TIFR Mumbai, there is TIFR Hyderabad, there is ICTS Bangalore, and there is NCRA in Pune. So this exam is conducted for admission in all four places. So first of all, we will see what you can do in all these four institutes. Then we will see the difference between integrated PhD and PhD. Whether you will be given exam for integrated PhD or PhD. So first of all, let's see. So there are four centers. Number one center is TIFR Mumbai. It is the main center. Uh, in this center, almost all kind of research happens. Basically in astronomy and astrophysics, material science, condensed matter physics, okay, high energy physics, nuclear and atomic physics, and theoretical physics. So experimental work also happens. Theoretical studies are also happening. Almost all labs are there. Quantum technology lab is there. Quantum optics lab is there. Some work in biology and physics as a mixture is also happening. So it is kind of a mixture. Okay, so all kind of research is happening in TIFR Mumbai Institute. It's a hub for all kind of labs. There are so many research labs, so many that you don't even know. Okay, and top most faculties all over the India are teaching here. They have studied in the top institutes like Harvard, MITs. Also, there are some teachers, and then they have came back to India and teaching here as a faculty. Then there is TIFR Hyderabad, equally good institute, okay, but it focuses on something else. It is interdisciplinary physics. Most of you don't know, like the mixture of biology and physics. Okay, many people do that. Okay, it's a very emerging field. For example, materials, okay, the mixture of materials and physics. Okay, the all kind of interdisciplinary sciences which are happening, the mixture of chemistry and physics to develop the devices, to develop the new technologies, to develop the new science. The TIFR Hyderabad is the best place for interdisciplinary. So it is a mixture of two or more disciplines working in the same labs and building something new. It is kind of that is a concept. Then comes ICTS Bangalore. You all know the things like pure physics, like string theory. Okay, what is gravity, quantum gravity, what is dark matter energy, what are all the questions, the theoretical framework of the universe. Okay, the general theory of relativity, all kind of such things happens in ICTS Bangalore. Okay, they do a very pure theoretical work. They do not do any kind of experimental work. Okay, there are almost no experimental labs in this institute. All are theoretical lab, but best theoretical labs means they have the softwares to do the calculations. They have the kind of collaborations from where they get the data, experimental data from other places, and then they try to analyze it, and then they predict about the various. They are doing a great job in string theory. They are doing a great job in fluid mechanics and so on. So, and in last comes NCRA Pune. NCRA Pune is actually for people who loves astronomy and astrophysics. Especially they want to observe it. They are more about observing the space. So radio astrophysics, they do a very great job in radio astrophysics. So these are the four institutions. So you once you qualify an exam, you can give interview at all four places, and you can get admission in any of the four institutions. Okay. So based on your research interest, you apply. So this is about TIFR. all the 4 institutions where you can get admission. Then comes integrated PhD or PhD. So if you are a BSc student, okay, and or you have just passed the BSc or you are in the final year of the BSc, then and it is needed that your BSc must be over in 2023, because then you in 2023 you need to join TIFR. So then you can get admission in integrated PhD. What is that? So you do MSc plus PhD together. You cannot just do MSc and then leave and do PhD somewhere else. No, you take an admission for 1 to 1.5 years, like 1.5 years, you keep doing your MSc, you do a coursework kind of thing, you identify your research interest, and then you from there you get enrolled in PhD. And then after your PhD is done, you will get a degree of MSc and PhD together. Okay, they will handle you that you also are MSc or masters and also you are a doctorate. Okay, after 6 years. So this course is for 6 years. MSc and PhD together, you will be done in 6 years. After BSc, you can take admission. Even after MSc, you can take admission, but that is not recommended. Yeah, okay. So what is a stipend you get? So it is not like a free. It means it is not like you are just studying. It is like a salary, employment. So when you are in MSc, you get 21,000 rupees per month. So it's a very big amount, 21,000 from MSc. And then when you convert from MSc to PhD, there are some conditions like that. Let's say you must have passed all the courses. You must have enough marks like 7 or 8 CGPA kind of thing. Then you need to give a presentation also that in this time I have identified that this is my research interest, and then they transfer you to PhD. This can happen between 1.5 year to 2 years. In between that, this happens. Then you join PhD, and then in first 2 years of PhD, you get 31,000 rupees per month. And after 2 years of PhD, you start getting 35,000 rupees per month till your PhD is over. So this is what you are getting if you get admission. Then comes if you're MSc student or you are going to pass MSc next year or this year, means in 2023, or you have already passed MSc or you want to look, you are looking for PhD admissions. Then after MSc, you can join their PhD program. So directly you join in PhD. For first year, you do coursework. And after first year, 1.5 year, you join you start doing a work on your project. Okay. So in PhD for first 2 years, the rule is same. You get 31,000 rupees per year. Oh, sorry, per month. And then afterwards, you start getting 5,000 rupees per month. PhD is almost for 5 years if everything goes right. Okay, less than that is also possible, and more than that is also possible if your results are not coming or something, some problems are there. So it may take more than 5, but usually if you do a good job within 5 years, it's over. Okay, so that is a different discussion. So one is they are paying you. Second is they are not taking money from you. How? The fees is less than 10,000 rupees. Okay, in any TIFR center, they do not charge you more than 10,000 per year as a fees. 5,000 is approximately a fees and 5,000 is approximately a refundable charges. So very, very less fees, only this much fees every year. Hostel fees is also negligible. It's like means less than 500 rupees per month. Such kind of hostel, and hostels are very nice. Very, very good hostels are given to you. Okay. In ICTS, you also get AC rooms and 5-star kind of rooms. Okay. And in NCRA also good rooms are there. In TIFR Hyderabad, they have the apartments where uh, which they give you for living. So very nice hostels, and fees is almost like 500 rupees. That is also, I think, refundable. So very, very minimum fees. Almost all the stipend which you are getting, you will be saving that. So that is the first benefit of why to join TIFR. Another is research facilities. The biggest problem in research is, let's say you are doing experimental research. Okay. The number one thing is if you don't have facilities, you don't have equipments, then you have to send your sample to someone else who does the experiment and sends you back. And then you see, then your PhD gets completed and so on. But if you have equipments there available, you can do that anytime in a year or anytime in a month, and then you also get to know how to use the equipments. So that is the biggest challenge, that you must have the equipment. Top quality equipments must be there to conduct your research. which is missing in top places, most of the places. If you do in BHU, even BHU do, they send their materials to some other labs of IITs or IISc, where they conduct an experiment and then they send the result back, and then the PhD students publish that work. So that is a very unhealthy practice. But here you get top labs, one of the best labs in India. Even some labs are in world quality labs. They beat everyone in the world in terms of what they are doing or what they are building. So that is available, and they are paying you, and also they are not charging any fees from you. Almost zero fees is there. 10,000 per year is almost zero fees. Okay. Even if you take an admission in nursery class, the fees is more. Okay. You can imagine that. So that is the thing you are getting. And also the respect is there in terms of physics community. If you say you are studying in TIFR, there is a huge amount of respect associated with that. Yeah, your parents might not understand, or your uncle or your mamu or your chachu may not understand what is TIFR, but the physics community understands what is TIFR and what is the meaning of studying in TIFR. Okay, so that is the thing. So some of the trending topics I want to mention, that if you are looking to do research as an integrated PhD student or a PhD student, what are the kind of labs you should join? Because these are the trending topics, which are the future topics, and if you do research in these fields, you can become assistant professor in India in top places, because these are the trending topics. For example, quantum optics, quantum matter, it means material sciences and quantum mechanics are merged together. Then experimental condensed matter physics, biophysics, which I already mentioned, and nanoscience and technology. So please look into these areas if you are looking for research. So now moving forward, this was all about TIFR. Why to join TIFR or the brother sister institutes of TIFR. Now let's come to the exam. So the exam will happen in December. Okay. Usually in first or second week of December it happens. Not a much time is left. Only you can imagine 3 months are there, 3 or 4 months are there. So what kind of exam comes? So there will be 40 questions total. First 25 questions will be 3 marks. And if you do wrong, yeah, they will deduct -1. Okay. And they all are MCQ. So 75 marks will be for 1 to 25 questions. These are little bit easy questions, not very easy in terms I would say, but easy. The topics are not very advanced. Okay. Then comes 15 questions, 26 to 40. So 1 to 25 questions are common for both. So if you are giving integrated PhD exam or PhD exam, these questions you have to attempt 1 to 25. The last 15 questions will be different for integrated PhD and for PhD. They will be different. So it is an online exam. You don't have to worry. They will give you 40 questions for you only. So those other questions won't be visible to you. Okay. So these are usually different. 15 questions. These are 55 mark questions. 15 questions will be for 5 marks. There will be no negative marking. So you tick all the questions. There will be no negative marking if you do the wrong question. But these questions are very hard. Even if you solve 5 questions out of these 15, it's a very good deal. Very good deal. So it means you have a good knowledge of physics if you score even 5 questions from 15 questions. Okay. So 5 questions by your own, not a tukka that you made the C to all the questions and 5 options were C. So the 5 questions got correct. No, that's not a game. So if you do 5 questions by yourself, that's a big deal. So total is 150 marks paper is there. Okay, and 3 hours will be given. So time they will give you a lot of time they will give you, almost 4.5 minutes for each question. So it's a very good time. So in usually there are 2 or 3 minutes for each question, but here there are 4.5 minutes for each question. So this is about the exam pattern. My personal experience is, if you have scored like 75 to 90 marks somewhere, it is impossible that you won't get interview call. You will definitely get interview call if you score like 75 to 90. Even less than that is possible if exam is tough. But some people I've talked about, because they do not publish anything, they do not publish answer key, they do or means That year at least they don't publish. Next year they give the paper and answer key. They do not tell you what marks you scored. They do not tell you how many people they selected or some means sorry, what was the cutoff and so on. They just give the list of the students who got an interview call. That's it. Nothing else is given to you. So no cutoffs, no official cutoff has been declared till now. Okay, so no one can say this is a cutoff or so on. You can just do the best you can do in exam. The thing now comes is how to prepare for this exam. So one very good line which I want to mention here is just is equivalent to TIFR. So if you get an essence of just, the TIFR exam is also equivalent. So just and TIFR exam goes by hand in hand. Okay, they both kind of have the same pattern in the sense that kind of questions which comes, unpredictability in the questions or the level of the questions. Level of the questions in TIFR are a little bit high, but for many questions the level of TIFR and just is same. So if you are preparing for TIFR, you must also prepare for just, or the vice versa. If you are preparing for just, you must prepare for TIFR. Okay, but the gate and net are quite different. Their quality of questions, or they are more of like formula based. Okay, CSR net is more like formula based or the mixture of concepts. They put 3-4 concepts together and then ask the question. But TIFR is something like basic research kind of basic in the sense that they're challenging you and they're seeing you how much have you studied. Same happens in the jest. Okay, jest is little bit easier than TIFR, but yeah, they both are equivalent. So that you should remember. That is a major thing you should remember. Also, if you don't qualify TIFR, don't worry. Still, if you want to go to TIFR, you qualify the jest and you can also go to TIFR through jest. Okay. So let's say you did the TIFR exam and you are not able to qualify, but then you give jest, and then if you qualify jest, then you can even go to TIFR. They also take students through jest also. Other than just, they don't take anything. They don't consider gate score. Okay, so that you should remember. Now let's come to the syllabus. Please switch off your mic. Yeah, thank you. So in syllabus, they haven't mentioned the syllabus as such. There is no fixed syllabus. They have just mentioned the subjects. So what are the subjects they have mentioned? They said the questions are equally distributed in the areas of classical mechanics. Okay, mathematical physics, electricity and magnetism, quantum mechanics, heat thermodynamics, statistical physics, general physics, modern physics, electronics and experimental physics. So it means they haven't mentioned the names of nuclear and particle physics, condensed matter physics, and atomic and molecular physics. So these three then becomes a very less important subject because they haven't mentioned in the syllabus. But let me tell you, questions are coming from condensed matter also. But how they are coming? They are coming under the general physics. They are coming under the general physics, but not much questions are coming from these three subjects. So if you are preparing for TIFR exam, then you should also look for the 6 pillars. These are the actually 6 pillars. They are in all the exams: classical mechanics, mathematical physics, electricity, quantum mechanics, thermodynamics and statistical mechanics, and electronics is in all the exams: jest, gate, net. So these are the 6 pillars. So you have to work on the 6 pillars. These three are the additional subjects which are useful if you are preparing for gate exam, not for TIFR. It is as such not important. Now here the thing is, if you are a BSc student, classical mechanics, it will be difficult for you because the topics they ask is not directly like something easy topics. Lagrangian Hamiltonian is asked. If you are from electricity and magnetism, oh sorry, if you are from BSc, quantum mechanics is also difficult. Statistical mechanics is also difficult. So for as a BSc student, syllabus is difficult. I can understand that. But you have to understand that it is not about how much you do, it is about how much better you can do with respect to others. Okay, it is a competition. If it is difficult, it is difficult for everyone. So you have to pick it up. You have to pick the most common part which you can do in this syllabus and you do good well. So I am giving you a strategy how to cover that. I have made the entire strategy how a BSc student can also qualify this exam. So BSc students will be competing with BSc students. MSc students will be competing with MSc students. So it is not anything like it is injustice with you. But the syllabus for BSc students is, I agree that it is very hard. Okay. It is very, very harder than JAM, but it is very, very relevant with the JEST. So if you are looking for integrated PhD course, this is an exam from where you should start. Okay, because then you can also be well prepared for the JEST. So it's a very nice. So let's move on. So let's talk about the important topics. Important. What are the important? So there is a very wide syllabus. Means they do not care about what to ask. Every year they change the subject. They change not subject, the topics from which they are asking the questions. Okay. Every year the question changes. So it's a very wide syllabus. But some topics I would say are very, very common. Every year those questions are coming. What are those topics? Number one topic is errors. Errors means experimental techniques like mean, standard deviation, errors, and so on. This you must have studied in class 11th or 12th, but you should also still see one book by research methodology. In every research methodology book, the first chapter is given for errors and how you analyze the data, means how you find the mean. What is the meaning of mean? What is the meaning of standard deviation? What is the meaning of errors? So these are coming in the exam. Why? Because they are looking for researchers, and this is very important. Then comes quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is something which class BSc student haven't studied, but there are some important topics of quantum mechanics, like one-dimensional and three-dimensional quantum mechanics, infinite well, harmonic oscillator, angular momentums in quantum mechanics, hydrogen atom, or basic quantum mechanics. These are the topics which are very important and questions are coming from these. And if you spend like 15 days, you can master these topics. Not a very big deal. Then comes EM. Is something which BSc and everyone speaks in EMT. For example, image problems, multipole expansions are coming, polarization is coming. But a JAM student can also tackle these things. There is not a very big problem in that. If you have right material, you can qualify. Magnetostatics waves. Then comes mathematical physics. Mathematical physics is also not easy. They ask probability, which is not asked anywhere else. They ask complex analysis. Matrices ask very hard matrices, means eigenvalues and eigen. Very brilliant question, means one of the best questions from matrices. Then numerical techniques.
Excuse me,
Numerical
Bhaiya.
techniques is something. Yes. Yeah.
There is some glitch in the audio.
They, can you hear me now?
Yeah, but sometimes I can't.
Okay. Okay. So if there is a glitch, please stop me there. Okay.
Okay, Bhaiya.
Mathematical physics also, yeah, there is some advanced topics like numerical techniques. In numerical techniques, what happens? Formulas, then you can solve the question. So numerical technique is something which is you should focus on. Then ordinary differential equations. See that the syllabus is not at all very good for BSc. Okay, so then what should a BSc do? We will talk about it. Then thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is something which a BSc and MSc student can both handle equally. Then there is a topic is on electronics. Electronics is not very important. Op-amp comes and digital electronics is important. Other than that, electronics I have. Okay. Then there is a topic called classical mechanics. Classical mechanics is very important. and especially Lagrangian and Hamiltonian is coming in very good amount. Small oscillations, one formula based questions are coming very good. Central forces are coming a lot, and rigid body dynamics. Rigid body like angular momentums, movement of
या वॉइस
inertia,
कट
so
रही है.
on. Those things are coming a lot. Yeah.
वॉइस कट
Hello.
रही है आपकी बार बार. वॉइस कट रही
मेरी
है.
वॉइस कट रही है.
यस सर.
Okay.
बीच बीच के शब्द सुनाई पड़ रहे हैं.
अच्छा अच्छा. तो लेट्स टेक अ 10 second break. So अब कैसी है आवाज?
क्लियर.
ओके, तो मैं थोड़ा स्लो बोलता हूँ, उससे कम कटेगी. तो सी क्लासिकल मैकेनिक्स, दीज आर द टॉपिक्स विच आर इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, so relativity also they put a very hard question on in relativity. Okay, central forces, rigid body, these are the topics which are important. Then comes the last topic, which is statistical mechanics. Now this is also a hard topic for BSc, but the two topics or two major portions are canonical assemble, in which partition function you have to find and other things you need to find, like heat capacities, average energies, so on. So that all comes under canonical assemble. And second is Ising model, which is actually a part of CSR net syllabus, but they are also asked. Ising model is not asked in for BSc. Okay, so it is majorly asked, I have seen, only for PhDs. Okay, so that is something these are the important topics. I will share this PDF in the group. You can see this, and that will be helpful for you. So now the thing comes, this is a syllabus, this is a pattern, how to prepare. So that is a number one question. Till now, if anyone have any question, you ask, then we will move to how to prepare. Any questions regarding syllabus or anything?
Bhaiya, I wanted to ask about the validity of scorecard.
So if you qualify exam this year, you can take admission only this year. Okay.
Okay, Bhaiya.
Yeah. Any other questions? Then we move forward.
Yeah, bhaiya.
Okay. So preparation will be very simple. So today is, let's not say today, but we are in August month. So we have September, October and November, 3 months, 90 days approximately. So there is a very, very simple strategy that you need at least 1.5 hours every day. If you think you want to qualify JEST or TIFR, you need 1.5 hours every day from now on. Okay, extra, not in your studies. So if you give 1.5 hours every day, you can qualify this exam. That's the only requirement I am asking from you. How you will do in 1.5 hours every day? So it is called 3-question strategy. 3 questions strategy. What is that? Every day you have to do 3 previous year questions. Only. Every day do 3 previous year questions every day, each and every day. Okay. How you do that? You see what are the formulas which are used. What are the concepts? Okay. How to solve? Okay. So if you see all these things, that let's say you are solving 3 questions of EMT, electromagnetism, based on the Gauss law. So you see what are the formulas of Gauss law, what is a concept of Gauss law, how to solve these 3 questions, and you solve these 3 questions. Every day you learn one topic and only do 3 questions. So you pick a paper, you see what are the questions which you think you can do, okay, and then do it. It is is as that easy as that. Every day, 3 previous year questions. So if you do 90 days, then you do almost 250 questions, which is more than enough, which means you have done more than 50 topics. If you want to do 250 questions, you have to do like 30 to 50 topics, which is enough. Can you do this all by yourself? No, you definitely need some help. So I will help you, and I am launching the free course for TIFR. I will not charge any money for TIFR course. And what you will be getting in that course, or how we will prepare in that course is, see, every day I will give you Google form. Not every day, I will give you Google form today. You fill it, put your details, name like photograph, name, your college, and etc. Then you will be added to Google's classroom. Google Classroom. There, every day you will be seeing an assignment in which you have to put in the 3 questions. Your PDF file in which you have solved 3 questions. So you put your assignment there. Every day you hand in the assignment that you have solved the 3 questions. Okay. Also, every day I will be giving you 3 questions. Means I will solve 3 questions and send you. Okay. That will be different. Okay. So every day I will explain one topic, means write one topic, or maybe 2 or 3 topics. I will send 3 questions. Okay, what are the concepts used in those 3 questions, and so on, so on. I will write everything. Okay. So in this way, every day you will be getting 3 questions. So if you fill in the Google form, you will be added to Google Classroom, and 3 questions which I will be sharing with will be in the Telegram group. Will be in the Telegram group. So every day I will be posting 3 questions, and it's not just questions, but all the concepts which are being used there will be also there. That how to solve this question, what are the concepts, that will be there. So your task is, first try to do 3 questions by yourself. Daily do, not just try, but do. It's your responsibility. I don't know how you do, but you do. Look at the solutions wherever possible. Just solve them, just understand them, and send the 3 questions each and every day. If you miss one day, just think that you are behind the person who are also preparing. Okay. Make sure every day you find 3 questions, just 3 questions in last 10 years, only 3 questions. There are almost 400 questions, previous year questions available. Out of those, just find 3 every day and solve them. Whatever you need to do that. It's not in the world of internet. It is not impossible to find the solution of 3 questions. Every day do that. And then parallelly, I will also be sending 3 questions every day. So you can also look at those questions and learn them. And it is up to you. Let's say I send the 3 questions on day. Next day you just did what you did is you just copied the questions of last day and uploaded that. I don't have a problem with that, but it's up to you. See, if you do that, it's your means you are not learning. That's your choice. Okay, so this is a thing that you should do. Okay, every day 3 questions, and take my 3 questions and try to learn them. In future, let's say after a week, you can repeat those 3 questions which I have uploaded. You can then send the solution of these 3 questions, but after completely learning that subject. Not that just you look at the solutions and repeat the same solutions, not that. Okay, so other than that, what we will do is in between, whenever I will have time, I will take important lectures. Let's say while studying teaching you making the solutions, I found that this is a topic which I should cover, or I should send that. So I will take a lecture and I will explain that topic. That let's take a lecture of Lagrangian and Hamiltonian. I will explain everything about it, and then so that you can understand the solutions even better. Okay. In between, I will take important lectures, and 1 or 2 times in a month. Okay, 1 or 2 times in a month, I will take a doubt class. So let's say you are trying to solve 3 questions every day, you must be having many doubts. Okay, you must be having many doubts. So I will take in between classes, I will take a doubt class. classes, 1 or 2 doubt classes to solve all of that. I won't charge any fee form if you want to be a part of that. And if I feel that you are not sending 3 questions every day, 1 or 2 days I will ignore because I don't have time to check every day. But on Saturday, Sunday, I will check that in last 7 days, have you sent 21 questions or not? If you haven't sent that, I will remove you from that. So you won't be getting that means privilege to study there in there. Okay, so that I will remove you. If you are serious, if you want to qualify this exam and if you can give 90 minutes every day, then must fill the Google form which I will send today and do the task daily. So it is kind of a self-study, but a guided self-study. I will guide you through it, how to do that. Okay. So once my questions are coming, you will be learning much more. And then based on that, you will be able to solve much more questions. There will be some questions which we will definitely leave. There is no need at all to do those questions. I will mention that. In between, I will keep mentioning that these are the useless topic you should leave. So leave those questions. Okay, there is no need because sometimes the question comes in 1 year and then it could never comes. So it is like a one-time event. You should not do that. So that we will leave. So this is how you prepare. There is one more thing. If you are looking for, if you are a BSc student, do very good jam preparation. Very extremely good jam preparation you should do, because if you do a good jam preparation in TIFR also or in any other exam, it is going to help you. If right now, if you are able to do a good jam preparation, even if you fail in the jam exam, but that is going to help you in the future very much, because then you will give another exam like GATE or NET or something like that. Then it will be a basic foundation of that. Other than jam, if you are getting enough time, so other than TIFR also, you should also look for JEST. Once our TIFR exam will be done, we will be keep doing this thing for JEST. Okay, after jam exams. Okay, so till jam we will do jam, then after jam we will be doing JEST. The same thing we will do for JEST. But in between, if you are getting more time, you can do that for JEST also. Okay, but BSc student, first thing you need to remember is do a very good jam preparation. Very good jam preparation. Otherwise, you will be facing problems in the future. MSc students, I have already taken a session with you. So you decide either you are working for JEST, NET or GATE. So you decide that. I will say if your target is TIFR, focus more on JEST and do a very good JEST preparation. Okay, so JEST preparation and NET GATE preparation are not very different. They are almost same, but focus more on JEST if you are aspiring for TIFR. Okay, and remember that more good you do in TIFR, more knowledge of physics you will have, and more better you will do in JAM exam. Even if your sole target is JAM, doing a TIFR preparation will make you such a good physics student that in JAM also you will do good. Okay, the top 50 or 60 ranks, the people who have the top ranks, they also qualify JEST exam. They also qualify some these kind of exam. Why? Because they do not have just the level of JAM, they have a level above JAM. That is why they are doing so good in JAM. So that is the one thing I want to mention. So these are the things you should keep in mind. Now I think I can take the questions. I have said everything I want to say. So now best of luck. If you are preparing, start preparing. Okay. So now I can take questions.